Right, let's get down and dirty, Scorpios. So, and seriously, that is the saying that came into my mind. So it's going to mean something. And look, there's a tiny wee Scorpio symbol peeking in there. So if you're new to me, my name's Claire, not Crystal. Everything I do is to help the twin flames, your inner divine feminine, your inner divine masculine, and whatever's going on in a twin flame connection. And that includes just energetically or literally. I have to find out the synchronicities because currently I've got a program called TWI on mute right now, and it is a guy and a girl arguing, but basically so again, this is quite funny because if people are lurking and they're in the UK, like, and just basically loads of people watch, loads of people don't watch, a load of shit, but basically it's really interesting because I've seen that episode. I think this is like the third time now. Because like I said, if it just happens to be kicking about on the TV, I'll watch it. Do you know what I mean? And I watch the old ones, and it's actually crazy because it's particularly when it's old ones, it is a way that my guides absolutely deliver messages to me for my own journey, but also definitely when I'm about to have a session with someone or something. So anyway, this is definitely going to have something to do with somebody watching this. So like I said, this sometimes is the case that this is like a personal reading for, it's never going to be one set of twin flames, right? It's always going to be, it's scarily going to resonate with quite a few people, or elements of what I say is going to resonate with different people. But what I'm currently watching as this episode is on mute, and what it was before the break was, it's a guy and a girl that I've got palpable, obvious chemistry where they've kind of casually slept with each other, right? But they're also good friends. But he's now seeing somebody. But the confusion is, in this modern day and age, it's not his girlfriend, he's seeing her, which means he's sleeping with her. So again, it's just like, honestly, it doesn't matter that I'm 40 next year. Like, all of that lingo has always confused me my whole entire life, and it's probably why I've been single for 20 years. You know what I mean? Because it's just like, and actually, look, I really don't like, again, it's fuck's sake, they always make me go deep into it because Scorpio is the most in my chart, and my twin is a Scorpio. So I'm not going to be able to escape actually getting away from mentioning my twin flame connection. But right, like, so basically what I'm getting at, right, is there's chemistry between this pair. And now it's on mute, and he is like trying to defend himself to his actual, well, not a girlfriend, but you know, the girl he's seeing. And what is quite toxic about it is, so you've got the girls being comforted and crying, that is the one that's got the chemistry. And basically what it is toxic because it's like they're meant to be seeing each other, but the two that have had the chemistry and are good friends have ended up snogging at a party, but like again and again and again. So that's what I mean about, like, it's difficult, isn't it? Because when you don't put a label on something, it's just kind of like, you know, like I said, it's I definitely feel that is the way. Well, it's, oh God, see, I'm getting all confused. I don't even really know how to describe what they're saying to me. It's different cultures as well, because in America, like, that would just be called dating, isn't it? Like, it's quite socially acceptable. I mean, like, look, now he's kissing the one that's his girlfriend of sorts that he's not calling a girlfriend, but she looks pissed off and he looks worried. And basically what the dynamic is between that is that it's mutual. Like, when he hooks up with that girl he's got the chemistry with, they've basically got chemistry, and it's just, it's annoying for me being an expert on love, really, and I'm a love healer. Never, but you know what I mean, obviously I specialize in twin flames, but why wouldn't I with all my experience? But it's kind of like, I can help anyone with their love life. I've done it my whole life. But I know it is weird, you know what I mean, with me being single 20 years and in the situ that I'm in. But again, I've obviously been some kind of love guru or something. Wait, I need to take my wrestling gown off. It's far too hot in here. It's getting hot in here. See what I mean? See how everything they make me do and say is part. Oh, I didn't say that bit. Everything I do is channeling. So although I'm literally hot and my dressing gowns make me overheat, and I've just turned, but I did turn the heater down before I started, and I think the window's open. Maybe it's not actually. Wait a minute, I think I need to open the window. Scorpio is this, oh no, it's shut. Oh, shit, that makes sense. Oh Oh, that's better. Whoa. Yeah, this living room's freezing and the heating's off, but I put that here on, it's like crazy hot. So crazy hot, yeah, that's Scorpio love, crazy hot. Crazy hot sex, crazy hot love, and if you're really lucky, you'll get both. If it's twin flames, it'll be both. But again, even with karmics, you know, you could get well, it could be hot, but it's more like hot and cold. And it's not that there can't be love with karmic partners too, but it's usually toxic kind of love, codependency, trauma bonds, all that jazz. Anyway, so I'm going to just, they're obviously wanting me to channel about that thing on Twitter. So what I see, I mean, because now it's on another couple that they've broke up, but the feminine, I won't say their names in that because it's just, yeah, I won't bother going into names in that because it's just confusing. But like this girl's crying and the ex-boyfriend is like trying to console her, but he's like reasoning with her. But I see that as really quite toxic as well, because it's like she just basically doesn't want him to move on, but she's not even really sure if she wants him. But then it's kind of like, and then there's all this kind of a bit vulnerable to actually say like, I still love you, I want to be with you. And then now this is a bit I'm watching, it's been building up to it for weeks, that she's actually like, look, I'm scared to say that I want to be with you in case you say fuck off kind of thing. But then what I found quite toxic when I watched this episode, and even watching it on mute, it's annoying me, I actually kind of maybe think he is intrigued about getting back with her, but he kind of makes out he doesn't, and then the episode ends and then it says to be continued. So I suppose I'll continue this story on if it's relevant. You know what I mean, whenever I do a video. But I kind of find that quite toxic, because it's like it's like control, really. Like, I think he actually does want to be back with her too. But again, remember, Timmy's, it's scripted, so although it's real life inverted commas, they could have been told to do that. I don't know. Could be shagging behind closed doors already for months. You just don't know. So basically, oh my god, think about what I just said. That's hilarious. Think about what I've just said, and we're in Scorpio. And like I said, if you're following along with what I've been saying, you don't need to be Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, any of that jazz. This can literally make sense for anyone. And Scorpio, as far as I'm concerned, is my favourite sign, but it is also where I've got the most pile of planets. So I'm like I am a psychic detective shaman. It's very powerful for healing. It's very powerful for sexual energy and healing through sexual energy. And Twin Flames are about that, healing through sex. Healing yourselves, and then the energy that you're generating as well actually is healing for everyone around you and the world in general. Which is why it's one of the main reasons twin flames are kept apart. But yeah, I get what my guys are doing. So as I'm going through the signs, it's like going through the houses. So I think that actually feels better to me. You know what I mean? It makes more sense. It's like, so I am reading for Scorpio right now, but I'm reading very 8th house kind of energy, things that are linked to the 8th house, which is secrets, which is sex, any kind of sex, sacred sex or otherwise, you know what I mean? It's pain. It's where a lot of trauma can be stored. But at the same time, you can turn that pain into power, right? So I'm going to shuffle this to get a theme. But right away, that is a theme, right? That there's toxic, hot and cold love, where there's a power imbalance. That feels like I'm describing karmic situations. Although, like I've said before, with twin flames, there absolutely can and is power imbalances, and it's things, and actually I've said this before, but particularly with Pluto, wherever Pluto placements are in your chart, it depends on how they match up with your twin. That is something to watch as well. I can see it in people's charts, especially if I see two people's charts together. It's always just to be aware of that. Like, for instance, whenever I've noticed that with anyone in my life, I've always been able, and it's always after, I've always been able to be like, right, that's why that person had such a hold over me, like an unhealthy one. And it was always because their Scorpio or their Pluto was aspect and part of mine in a way that they just were, they had a, you know, it's a hold over me. So this is why it's important to know astrology, because, and even for the person, like if you are, like, so it's something that once I recognised that after, I'll always be aware of it now, and it's just flashed up to be continued on TV. You know what I mean? Oh, that actually means something. So it's like, yeah, whenever I come across that again, because I always look at people's chart, you know, if they give me the information, like I love to look and see, like, you know, what's going on with me and them, whoever they are in my life. And it's quite good for the person if you've got more power, you know, because of astrology. It's good for the person to know too, because you see, it's all unconscious. Somebody might have more power and control in a situation, which leaves the other person a bit more vulnerable, but they might not be meaning to misuse that power. You know, it's just energy. And once you're aware of that, it can change the whole dynamic. So yeah, that's really going to mean something. That's quite interesting. But again, you see what I was talking about there is alchemy. You know, once you bring the darkness to light, you can change the situation. And that's what Jung is all about. It's all about, you know, the shadow and the Carl Jung and the bringing the unconscious conscious. You can only make the change when you're aware of something needs to be changed. And Scorpio energy is the shadow. Right, there was another thing with a program that was... Oh, so basically, to go back to the first example, though, because I got distracted by the couple sitting on the wall. So again, there's going to be that significant. There's been major karmic distractions with whatever connection I'm picking up on right now. And that would make sense where there's strong Scorpio in either twins charts or both twins charts. Because again, it's shady shit. You know what I mean? Like I said, Scorpio's got loads of amazing... sorry, the fucking synchronicities that are flying at me on that telly, names and all sorts, it's just not even funny. It is funny, but it's just crazy. Right, so see, this happens in sessions too. Like, I remember I was on a session once, and basically it was like the person's twin was called Dave, or if it was Dave or David, and like literally I didn't know that, right? And I was like talking to her, and I was looking at the telly, and it flashed up Dave or David, right? So okay, Dave or David is going to be relevant to someone watching this. It's either you or it's your twin or it's a karmic or something like that. And she was absolutely gobsmacked because she was like, "That is my twin's name," and I was like, "Well, I'm not surprised because it's just what happens." It's what happens in my mediumship, but it's just what happens, you know, full stop with when I'm doing a session with people. But and also, it's a Akashic record, so I could be channeling the past, present, or the future. And like I say, use your fucking common sense, because it might not be your reading at all. But it's always just good to listen, because there's healing energy weaved into everything I do, and I'm clearing energy. And definitely in the Scorpio one, it's going to be a lot of clearing energy. And I've got loads of energy, because I've left about 6 hours or something in between when I done the Libra one. So, right, love potion. So... yeah, look, this is, oh my God, this is totally Scorpio. Head over heels, falling in love, infatuation, obsession. Now, obsession is a word that is linked with Scorpio anything. Hooked, irresistible, manipulation, captivated. Oh my God. So you see how that actually fits with everything that I've said, because it's got a lot of positive words on it, but it has got manipulation on it. And that is exactly what I was saying about the power imbalance. It's wise to recognise where there is a huge power imbalance and address it. Because if this isn't a love connection, when you bring that to light, it's both people can work on it. And again, if it's somebody that you're in love with, you know, when you get to being in a union, you'll be very telepathic with one another. But you won't need to be doing so much of the telepathy, because you could actually talk to each other. Do you know what I mean? So these are things that, you know, if this is resonating with you, it would be wise to talk about it. And like I said, even get support, like, you know, come and book a session with me and I can look at both your charts, or go to someone you resonate with. But definitely this is coming through for a reason. Multi-dimensional connection, feeling each other's emotions, mind reading, connected through space and time, pure communication. But again, it's because Scorpio placements, but remember, this can be for anyone, it is extremely psychic energy. All the water signs are. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energies are very psychic. And we're in the very last degrees. We're in the last few days of Scorpio season as I'm channeling this. So very psychic energy. What else? I feel I want to pull another one. But so this is already tying in with the example. So the example, though, of the first TWI couple, and they're not a couple. They basically, what I'm saying is, what I'm witnessing is two people that actually are really attracted to each other, but they're really scared of abandonment. And particularly the girl feels like, if I had to pick a divine feminine, divine masculine in this equation, because I mean, they're absolutely not twin flames, but just for the purposes of teaching here, I would say she's like the guy, because it's kind of like, it's like when she gets him, she then acts like she doesn't want him, and then now that he's with somebody else, she's now like, oh, I want him, which is toxic, right? But I also don't think she's meaning it. I think it is like, I can tell that girl, it feels like she's got major, like it feels like she's very like dismissive, avoidant. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like, it is very hot and cold behavior, and it is very confusing, but I genuinely don't think she's meaning to do that. But it's interesting because I can, everybody else is commenting on it. Like, I think all her friends can see it, and actually his friends can see it, but then at the same time, he's not. I could see this is my Libra, my chart in action. You know, I'm very fair like that. I can see from both sides. Like, at the same time, he's making out to that new girlfriend of sorts that like it's all the other one leading it on, and it actually isn't. Like, it's very equal, and I just actually think, sadly, she is that girl. I think they're in love, but they're in a bit of denial, and I think that other one that he's dating is just like a pawn in a bit of a game, really. But anyway, it's like there's no boundaries, because the fact that she's kind of like, you know, then kissing and making up and like not really seeing what everyone else is seeing, she's walked right into a bit of a car crash, if you ask me. But anyway, hinting, yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, that's what that girl does in Towie. It's like, she just confuses the hell out of him and all of the other friends, because it's like, she's talking about him quite a lot and kissing him at parties, even though he's seen somebody else, when actually she could have had him. And it's wanting what you don't have. But it's a bit more than that, you know what I mean? It's like, I really do feel it's subconscious blocks and fear of being hurt, and she pushes him away. So change the sheet, he, where it's relevant and all that. But what was the other one I see? Oh yeah, it was a film. So just like Kevin. Oh wait a minute, before I go into that, the word hinting. So you see that card's relevant too, what I'm saying about that girl. It's like, she actually does like him more than what she lets on, but she keeps people guessing, like, including herself, I think. Hinting at feeling shy, in their shell, indirect, hiding feelings, keeping their cards close to their chest, denial. Yeah, I did say that, denial, right? Okay, so they're back. But this is what this whole thing is going to be about, and that's what I mean. It's like, that's why I think it's, well, not think, oh look, karmic, and it's got something. There's always going to be a karmic card in a Scorpio reading, and this is very karmic, what, because I'm already channeling about third party things, but karmic energies, romantic or otherwise, I feel it's more than just romantic, though. I feel it's people in general around this divine masculine. It'll be around the divine feminine too, but I feel it's already happened to the feminine, and now it's happened to the masculine. It's been mirrored. It's like karmic energies have caused a lot of confusion in the masculine. Tough lessons, codependency, comfort zone, temptation, not being true to self, avoiding shadow work, stuck and depressed. Yeah, so again, it's like a karmic energy is keeping somebody stuck in this. And I just feel a whole load of confusion as well in this reading as well, third party stuff. So the film that I caught, which I've seen loads of times, and it is very twin flamey. I've actually channeled about it before on here. It's Just Like Heaven. But the thing I really need to say is that something blew my mind. So, you know, long story short, I was watching it, and as I was watching it, I started getting major downloads about somebody I've connected with in the past. And it's, you know, rarely it is, you know, it's not usually divine masculine women that I'm helping, but it was actually, it was a divine feminine that I've connected with in the past, a divine feminine female. And I just started getting, you know, sort of getting downloads about like that person's union. And then like, yeah, there was just crazy synchronicities as I was watching the film that I don't think I'd noticed before. I might have noticed before, but I can't, if I had noticed it before, I'd forgot, but I noticed it today. And what I'm being led to say is, you know, I've got no idea whether that same women will be watching these, but I'm going to trust spirit and say that if that at all feels like it could be you, and what I do know is that woman is a Scorpio, and I'm on Scorpio. See the synchronicity. There's no coincidences here. Yeah, if you haven't seen Just Like Heaven, or even if you have seen it, it's Reese Witherspoon and Mark Ruffalo, or Ruffalo. Watch it, and I think instantly when you're meant to see the synchronicities, you will. But yeah, so again, that, like I said, that happens a lot to me. That, like, it happened when I was walking on the beach the week there as well. And actually, I channeled about when that happened last week, like last Monday, and it's Monday again tomorrow. And like literally 90 minutes of the whole Mediumship Monday, which I haven't published yet, was literally all about getting downloads for this other couple's union. So, and it's because of who I am. It's because I'm here to usher in the true twin flame unions. I'm here to support them. So I'm not going to lie, it's kind of annoying sometimes because I get like my own synchronicities all the fucking time that are quite overwhelming. But it's like I get loads of detailed synchronicity. Like it's happening again now. Like I'm literally being guided up to something in my room that has somebody that I've worked with, a divine feminine, a female divine masculine's divine counterpart, because again, that's what's confusing about it. It's basically her twin's name. Like I'm being guided up to that, and that is a totally different person. So do you know what I mean? It's like, but it's because my birthday numbers add up to the 4 of Wands, the twin flame union energy, and I'm here to usher in the union. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to trust that Scorpio woman will see this and be guided to that if she's guided to go and see it. So I think that was all really, but yeah, like you said, that's a twin flame film, full stop, because what was drawing me in was it's like in that film he's really depressed and he's grieving his wife, and it just flashed up Red Roses on the program that's on now, and so like, you know, that he's grieving a lost love basically. So it was like, you know, when I've watched that for it is like a divine masculine that's awakening and realizing how much they miss a twin flame. I'm being guided to roses everywhere now, actually. So roses are going to be really significant for other people watching this. For some reason, it'll be different reasons for different people. Mary Magdalene sort of energies is what it's coming to me there with. Do you know what, actually? Let's break the rules because Scorpio likes to do that. I'm going to get a Lady Magdalene card. So this is what I shared on the... Do you know, I don't know why, but I think this symbol's going to be really meaningful. It's like, look, an anchor or the heart in the anchor. You just got me to show that. So yeah, look, I loved what it says in the box. Love is already won. So that's going to be significant to somebody watching this. Actually, it could be significant to all of us watching this. But let's just shuffle because I mentioned Mary Magdalene. So I'm going to use these in the goddess healing that I'm going to do, because I was like, why have I still not done that? But it's because I didn't have these cards yet. So I realised when they arrived. And like you said, those cards arrived in divine time. And would you believe it was really weird? I ordered them from Hay House to my house, and they got delivered to a local bookshop. So there's something in that. Like, how weird is that? Like, there's literally no logical explanation for that. I'm being guided to birthday balloons on an advert again. So, and that's not actually that unusual because we are in Scorpio season. So happy birthday, all the Scorpios. And if you saw the Virgo one, yeah, just be prepared to be amazed by my guides, because birthday balloons came out of nowhere on that. And as I said, that's it's hilarious, but it's mind-blowing, but it's kind of awkward too, because it's my twin flame's birthday in a couple of days. But it's what that says to me is, look, and they're guiding me that telepathy. It's the fact, because I made a joke in the community tab, like, it's not my birthday, but the thing is, it's like, I don't know how he experiences things, but see, every year when it is his birthday, it's not a good day for me, basically, because I'm just so aware of what day it is. But yeah, I would say that's because like you're just so connected, like you say, whether you like it or not. And it was like there was something weird going on with that. But I was mind blown, and I was very glad when I actually caught the recording, because I thought, see if those balloons don't show up, that's going to be annoying. Right, what was I going to say? Yeah, but in that film, he's sort of moping about and he's heartbroken, and the woman helps bring him back to life. So it's like, yeah, it just totally does remind me of like a divine masculine who's been heartbroken by a karmic. Oh look, divine! I just picked up divine time, and I thought it was going to be the karmic card. Who's been broken hearted by a karmic, either romantic or anyone, or betrayals of anyone in their life. And then it's like a divine feminine bringing them back to life. And I said that before when I channeled. It was really just the other synchronicity that I noticed that will be for somebody watching this. So, but again, so if you feel guided to watch it and you're like, oh, that's not me she's talking about, just go and watch it anyway. Soul contract, not just yet. Spirit knows best. Surrender, live in the present moment, feeling impatient. Yeah, so I really do feel there is an impatience for this to come together. But let's see what Mary Magdalene card wants to come out. I'm going to ask, right, where is this masculine at? I am, oh my God, I have not bound anything. I am free. And I did just, what did I say before that? I don't know what I said because it just all flies out of my mouth. So, right, okay, so I think that's what it's going to be like when you connect with this twin, or if you are the twin. It's like, I just don't even know what I said there because it all just flew out my mouth. I think that's what's going to happen to this person. Like, spirit is just going to make the words come out of their mouth because they're free. They were bound somewhere before. Right, okay. Where's the feminine in this connection to help them identify if this is theirs? Like I said, you can still listen, obviously, if it's not yours. True love. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh my God. And that is, well, it's not that unusual because it's the Mary Magdalene Oracle, but that must be Mary Magdalene and Jesus. True love. All exists through love. So the feminine absolutely is, this is our true love. Absolutely, no doubt in the mind. That's my true love. And your true love is free. Yeah, your true love being Christ. What the fuck's going on here? Love knows only mercy. Wow. Wow. That's how important it is to trust your intuition, that I've not been using those decks and all the other ones. Right, okay, so let's just keep them there to remind me that that's the general sort of theme. Yeah, the thing is, like, I actually kind of feel like I'm really putting out there for these different, 2 or 3 different unions that I've picked up on of people that I actually haven't connected with. And one of them I haven't connected with in over a year and a half. The other one I haven't connected with, and it's only just been like, I don't know, 3 months, 4 months or something. And, so, but it's kind of like, oh, what's that? That looks interesting. An advert for something. The football fraudster. That might have something significant to somebody again. So there's been some kind of trickery or fraud. Oh God, that's very Scorpio as well. But you see, that could have something to do with how a karmic has, oh my God, trickery and fraud. Well, a karmic might have fucked somebody over there. Again, a karmic doesn't need to be a karmic love interest. It could be like karmic anybody. It could be work, but it'll be different. The deal with that just flashed up and caught my attention. Right, what's going on in real time with this feminine energy then? And remember, you could be a feminine, you could be a female divine masculine, and your divine feminine is a male, or you could be same sex. But I'm going to channel it. The divine feminine is the female, and the divine masculine is male, because that is my situation, and that is what's easiest for me. And the card for, oh yeah, this feminine's like, maybe that's just something to do with the Scorpio placement feminines, but this feminine's like, yeah, that is the lovers. And and the lovers is about making a choice, right? But with this card I never get that, because it just looks like they've got, which one did this come up in? I can't remember, but I used it as a thumbnail. It's like, I think it was the one where I said this masculine's laser focused on their feminine, it's Taurus or something, I don't know. But yeah, this feminine's like, this is my true love, and I've already channeled that with other cards, so it'll be interesting if the true love cards come out in that other deck that I'm going to use. But yeah, the feminine's focused on her lover, the true love, and the masculine and the physical is dreams coming true. So this is the wish fulfillment card. So what I'm feeling like is, it's like whatever this karmic fuckery is, it feels like it's in the past, or it's soon to be in the past. It's different for different people, but for some reason it's like the feminine is focused on her lover, and the dreams are coming true for the masculine, and the dream coming true is the feminine when the masculine's awakened. What else do we need to know for the feminine in real time? I did ask for real time. Yeah, it's like, look, the feminine has been in a place of being taught by spirit for many years, I feel, or however long you've been awakened, but it's like you've been getting taught by spirit. And so you could even be in a position similar to myself, where you are being a hierophant or a high priestess for others now. Because like I said, once I channeled this card when I was doing a live, and it was hilarious, I could never forget it. It's like that's only you listening. to me reading the, like, you know, the love revelations, like the St. Julian of Norwich that I said, like, look, I wouldn't be surprised if I'm her reincarnated, because I do channel divine love all the time, and that's she was basically imprisoned in a church, and she healed people, she healed the sick through the window and channeled divine love. And I mean, sorry, it's a little bit similar to me, because I'm always saying I'm healing people all the time, and the majority, a vast majority of the time, I'm healing people not for a energy exchange, other than a thank you or a like or a comment. And let's face it, I don't even get enough likes and comments, but do you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, I definitely heal people more for free than for paid, is what I'm saying. But I'm hoping to, you know, sort that balance out. But yeah, it's and it is going. You know, if this is, some of this is resonating with me, it's like, you know, dreams coming true, because this is my inner masculine too. If this was resonating for me, I'm Scorpio rising. But yeah, so again, it's like, so look, there's a rose too. It's like, look, this is representing the Mary Magdalene, unconditional love, forgiveness. It's like, yeah, I've went through a hard time, but this is what I've learned. So this is what I mean. It can fit somebody that's on a platform sharing their experience, in whatever way you do that. Right, I love that. Right, and so, and but like you said, right now you might be one of the people that's still learning about yourself, but you could transition to doing that. But like I said, because I channel for people that are been in a similar, like, kind of long journey, it is a lot of other mediums and healers. And like, again, I've been coming across people lately where it's like they've not even been awakened that long, but they just really do get it in a very strong way, which is nice to see, actually, because like I've said before, I've come across people before where it's like they think they know it all, and actually the lack of experience shows. Sorry, that's a bit shady, but it's true. We're all learning, kind of thing. I mean, be humble, right? So, divine masculine and the here and now for whoever this is making sense for. Yeah, simply like that is so beautiful, so dramatic too. But I'm a Leo midheaven. That is about being dramatic. And I'm, by the way, I'm really itching my eye right now. I don't know why. God fuck's sake. I'm just thinking, I was eating wasabi earlier. I'm going to be in trouble if that's... No, I'm joking. It's not on my fingers because it's... But my eye's really itchy. I don't think this masculine could see before that the dream was possible, because I'm just piecing together what I was channeling about Towie. It's like those two people are pissing about and hurting other people and using other people as a pawn, but actually they just want to be with each other, but their own fears are stopping it from happening. And even all their other friends are like, why don't they just get together? Like, they both love each other the same, or they both fancy each other. Do you know what I mean? And then, like you say, what's quite toxic is the guy's definitely turning it around on her, and I don't like that, because it's like there's always two sides to a story. So that must be going on somewhere as well. Like deflecting it from taking it. It's like somebody's taking the heat off themselves somewhere. But yeah, dreams coming. The masculine is in a place of dreams coming true, wish fulfillment, and reminiscent about a past love, a twin flame, a soulmate. You know, soulmate meaning twin flame in this context. Yeah, so I mean, I would say there's the karmic fuckery is mostly behind whoever I'm picking up on here. Being homed in on that card, though, I feel this person might be a bit sheepish to come forward, but they are recognising an opportunity is beckoning. They're being pulled by the stars, pulled by the heart, pulled by the moon cycles. This looks like a guy is sort of like, look, he's looking down, contemplating, thinking, I know it's now or never. I did actually channel that on the last one that I've done as well. It's time to do something in the physical, because I've found enough balance to follow my heart, and actually they're my well-deserved reward. Like, I've really put in the work, or I'm putting in the work. I've cleared a lot of the sexual ties that I've had to other people, and I'm just ready to move the fuck on. I'm channeling a masculine right now. That is the fuck this card. This guy's like, I'm moving on. And in a lot of my tarot cards, it's a woman moving on. But this is a man, you see. There could be something about, like, I don't know, a beach or the sea, or, you know, water is emotions, but it's like, I'm moving on. I'm picking my battles, but actually I'm sick of these battles. Like, I'm sick of these blocks. I'm sick of all these. I think these three people are, look, this looks like this could be somebody's pals. But it's like, I'm sick of, like, people trying to hold me back from my past love and my dreams coming true. And I'm just going to manifest this shit. I'm taking my power back. I'm going to shine, and they're going to see me shine with my person. I'm ready to move. Somebody could literally be moving, and that's the hand fasting card as well. You know what I mean? Someone's ready for a union. That's the Chariot, but I always find it really interesting that it's called move. Yeah, I'm freeing myself from the devil, and I feel the devil in this context is a lot of people that have held this person back and kept their heart in a cage. But remember, it could be the person that kept their heart in a cage. Could be the person's negative thinking. So take what resonates. But they've learned a lesson. 21, coming in full circle, karmic lesson. It's been very challenging with the 5. That's fighting battles again. Another 5, stuck in the head spell work, you know, very defeatist thinking at times, like, you know, should I go for it? Should I not? But then coming ultimately to this judgment day, I feel, and just because of being in a helpless and hopeless dark night of soul, but it's led to somebody finding their balance, right? Why am I using all these cards? And they're going to open up because they found their power, and they've, after this dark night of soul, and there's a lot of success and growth going to come from this, and this person's learning to focus on the positive rather than the negative. Like, so where they were focused on the regret, I feel they're learning to focus on the new vitality coming in. They are afraid though, but they've come into some sort of clarity, and they're ready to be divine masculine and celebrate the love and come in for this union, and that's where the healing can begin. They're tired, but they're ready to come together with it would be in Scorpio that I say that, but yeah, it does say coming together, and it's the 2 of Cups. That's the true love card. But they've just there's some sort of, something's come to light about deception, because that's the 7 of Swords, so that's the shady as fuck card. Yeah, there's some sort of deceptions come to light, and the 8 of Pentacles, putting the hard work in, was on the bottom there, or the top. I just saw it somewhere. So somebody's ready to put the hard work in where they didn't want it before. Right, okay. Or they weren't ready. They didn't want it because they weren't ready or whatever. I just seen in clarity a fresh start card as well. So what else do we need to know about whoever this is going to make sense to as well? Star family, yeah, they're being called to their star family and their soul family, and obviously their twin flame. You're part of a team of souls, call in support. And it makes sense with what I just said. It's like they're recognizing, this person or you is recognizing that the people around you haven't got your back. I think they're part of the deception, whether it's been discovered or not, but I feel like some of this has been discovered by whoever this is for, or it will be soon, and then this will make sense. 2 cards have got, yeah, look, it's part of the transformation. Part of this person's transformation has been a massive power moment. Things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing, and none of this matters. Zoom out, common ground. This person's went through a huge transformation, a lot of going within, a lot of connecting with the galactic star family, beings of light, and eventually you'll be led to soul family, like actual people that just understand you better on every level. And I feel that's coming about through the twin flame. Yeah, break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. Part of this person's path, or you and your twin, was to rewrite your ancestral patterns, family curses, generational curses in any area. Which can just be like, oh, we've always done it this way. Yeah, look, we've always done it this way. Or everyone just stays in an unhappy relationship, even well, basically, even if you're unhappy, because like that's what you do, that's what we've always done. There's some sort of feeling around this, because it says karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, conflict. So it's kind of like it's been ingrained in somebody that you don't give up no matter what, but in a really toxic way. So it's like people stay in really toxic dynamics because it's what is expected of them. They stay in unrequited love situations because they've seen it happen around them. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. It's a karmic relationship. But I feel some people that are watching this, either it's you or it's your person, have just continued to stay in things like that because it's what they've learned from society, friendships, family, and then there's the clarity fresh start card that I mentioned. Clarity, a fresh start, positive outlook, but this person spent a lot of time going in and healing, and they don't want that. Very Phoenix rising, and that, yeah, they want their dreams to come true. That just leapt out. Share your dreams together and encourage each other to make them a reality. Now let's, oh, wait a minute, I need to be careful here because I think my dreams are going off and you can't see me. Oh my god, I need to be careful here. I took my dressing out. Listen, Scorpio is 6. Maybe that's talking about protection or something, because I just said I need to be careful here. And it was because my vest, yeah, anyway, you can probably imagine, but I think that means more than what just me literally saying it. Always are, yeah, receptive, be ready to receive what fate is planned for you. Yeah, somebody's dreams are coming true. It seems like fucking everybody's in this, to be honest. Right, what else do we need? If the true love card comes out, that's gonna be wow, because we got the true love elsewhere. What else do we need to know? Synchronicity. A divine soul counterpart relationship is blessed with amazing moments of synchronicity. So I feel it's the masculine in this connection is getting really wow synchronicities. I'm sure I just saw that card that I used for the thumbnail on the Libra one, that your soul is preparing to reconnect. So that's pretty much the same as be ready to receive what fate is planned for you. This is whoever's connecting with this. And adverts just keep on saying move forward with vitality. And I'm getting, yeah, it's loads of synchronicities, initials and stuff flashing up on the TV. And again, guilt, don't let guilt get in the way of happiness. So that's really going to stick out. Oh God, that's quite interesting. So not only was I seeing initials that are relevant to me, but I actually just literally, the TV just literally flashed up somebody's name to me that is a karmic, like on my side. So that's what I mean by when I'm not actually telling you what they are, it's because it would, like, it's not wise to, yeah, I just, yeah. So everything happens for a reason. What else? And that means everything really does happen for a reason. Marriage. A marriage of souls is a union of divine counterparts blending together. But again, it's these two people are coming together in a divine union, whoever this is for. So, and forgiving and there's a lot of forgiving and learning that's going to take place. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Yeah, when you can let go of the past, whatever has happened between the two of you or whatever has happened in your past that's painful, that maybe stops you from opening up to others. Because again, remember, I always said that this is like a divine feminine, forget the genders, but this is like a divine feminine, that's like a divine masculine. What the fuck have I done? Like, I feel so guilty, I'm in regret, I can't believe I've done all this stuff when I was asleep. And the feminine's like, look, you know, yeah, it was shit at the time, but you're awake now and that's all that matters. And as long as you're sorry, let's move forward, let's be happy, kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, and then we've got commitment and enlightenment again. And I actually think in this case, it's like this person is committed to their enlightenment, to this awakening, like they get it now. Commitment is an important factor to achieve a successful relationship. Like they're committed to this connection. With enlightenment, there is no separation. We recognise that we're one with the divine, and they realise what this is now. I knew it was going to be deep when it was a Scorpio one. I think that would be okay. Let's go into the fuckery. I don't know if we need to keep this part. Well, maybe we do to remind me, because I'll probably forget. That's the general theme. What fuckery has went on in the past or is currently going on? I'll work it out when the card jumps out. Remember, you don't need to be, oh yeah, there's obstacles, yeah, we know that. So there's going to be when it's Scorpio placements, but this could resonate with anyone, remember. So there's been obstacles in the past. There could still be presently. A dream of you, that's already kind of come out, isn't it? And I run away to avoid facing my problems. So this feels like the obstacles in the past where this person ran. There's a I dive in and out relationships card, and this might come out as well because that just flashed up my third eye. So I'm having dreams of you and they're having sexual fantasies about you. Fuck, this really is a Scorpio one. In the past, I feel it was quite one-sided. There's a power imbalance. That was an obstacle. And that's basically what I've channeled before the cards have backed me up at the start when I was saying all the Pluto stuff. But remember, that's what this masculine has been working on, because it came through with the balance, the cards. It was all like, the two people's faces merged together. And then there was also the Two of Pentacles, and it says find balance. I'm intimidated. I am intimidated by you. Now, you see, this is what's interesting. It's like that's maybe a divine masculine to a divine feminine, which I absolutely feel this is in this case. But that can also be like a feminine to a masculine, because this is where I do have to reference to me and mine. That, like I said, I know that mine is I know he's intimidated by me in different way, and I'm not going to speak for him by giving loads of exact, because I don't know in what way. I can just feel it, right? But like, I have to say that I'm intimidated by him too. Like, we basically both intimidate each other. It doesn't sound very good, does it? But it's just that it's the intensity of the connection. Like, there's so much sexual chemistry, sexual tension. Like I've said before, because I know when he's born, his birthday's in a couple of days. Doesn't matter that I don't know his time of birth. That'll be the first thing I fucking ask. It's I know that his Mars is opposite my Venus, so it's like, to me, it's like polar opposites. But when you meet in the middle, you could actually be a really good team. So whoever, that's going to mean something to too. But it means that we could see very differently about, well, fucking everything, really. So, but again, that sounds so twin flames, because we are true twin flames. Look at what I just said. I love how they back me up. That's why they made me mention me and mine, because I said that in the last one too. The chemistry between us is off the fucking charts. That is about me and him, and it's about whoever else resonates with that. It is. I've never seen chemistry like it in others. I just haven't. And if it's even come close, it reminds me of me and him. Do you know what I'm saying? Unhealthy attachments. Again, I feel in the past it's like, because of that chemistry can be really scary. People can run right in the arms of unhealthy attachments. But spiritual awakening kicks them right out of that. We're not on mine anymore, but that could still resonate. I don't know. I wish you knew how grateful I am to have met you. But remember, I've said that about mine. Like, if nothing ever happens between me and mine, which I don't feel is what the divine wants, and I don't feel that is the case, but it's I'm just grateful for the time that I spent with them, because that's what true love is. Right, what else? I pulled away because I'm overwhelmed with all the things going on in my life. So I really do feel at some point this is why your twin flame has pulled away from you. But the truth is, you're always on their mind. You're always on my mind, and you inspire them in so many ways. And they've taken off the rose-coloured glasses wherever they had them about a soulmate. In that case, it's like soulmate as in not the twin flame, and they now can see the difference to what the difference is between a soulmate and a twin flame. So this actually could be as well really speaking to somebody that it's not been easy, because the soulmate has nice qualities and reasons why this divine masculine would want to go with a soulmate, but then there's like also this extreme chemistry, and just, well, your twin flames, you know what I mean? As far as I'm concerned, there isn't a choice, because nobody can beat your twin flame, but it isn't quite the same for divine masculines, it seems like, from talking to hundreds and thousands of divine masculines. And it's quite funny, because I just had this synchronicity before I came on here, where I was connecting online with a divine masculine energy that was basically saying the same thing, that they're getting pulled to their soulmate and they're getting pulled to their twin flame at the same time, which also looks like it's never nice to hear when you're divine feminine, but I know that that's a fact for a lot of divine masculines, because that's your help. It's particularly ones with strong Gemini placement or Libra, because that is about, like, you know, weighing things up, and yeah, you make me nervous. And so you see some divine masculines can actually pick a soulmate, because it's like then they don't need to face the intensity of the twin flame. But it's just when you address the power imbalance and you find the sweet spot, you can be blissfully happy, and but you've got to put in the hard work for it. You know what I mean? You've just got to put in the hard work. I want a new beginning with you, but like I said, I feel a lot of that was past energy, or it could be present. Like, literally, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like somebody is choosing between a soulmate and a twin flame. Very much the Notebook sort of feeling here, because Scorpio anything is very like that. It's very there's someone keeping me from you. So again, that could mean a whole load of different things as well. It could even just be the person keeping themselves from you, but it feels like more than that for some. It's Scorpio love is very like Romeo and Juliet. That Romeo and Juliet, that's hilarious. I think that's happened for a reason. I've just said Romeo and Juliet, which to the best of my knowledge I've never done before, but it's because whoever I'm channeling about, and I can't stop hiccuping, that's when I'm clearing the energy. So there's a lot of negative energy that's being cleared here: trauma, karmic fuckery, confusion, pain. I think I'm mixing up Juliet and Romeo and saying whatever I was saying because of how merged these waves of twins are. A good example of that would be, right, of course it flashes up birthday money on the subtitles of that program right now, but I was just, and 85, I'm not kidding you, the total of that guy's thing has just come to 221.85. I mean, what the fucking hell was he buying? He's buying stuff for his kids. But anyway, these numbers are going to mean something to someone. And but also it's Scorpio season, so there's birthdays. So right, it's not just obvious, right? I know it's my twin flame's birthday, but I also know that I've met loads of twins over the years where weirdly their twin's birthday is the same as mine or surrounding days, or their birthday is. So yeah, right. What's the message from this feminine to the masculine then? I don't even mind that some think I'm crazy for believing you'll remember us. They'll see in time. Right? And what the masculine going to say back to that? I know that I crossed the line with you. Yeah. So that really fits, you see. So the feminines in this wave could be feeling like this is literally making me look crazy. And it isn't helped if you add to that. And that's how this masculine's crossed the line. And they know it. And so when they awaken, there's going to be some damage control there and apologies. And but again, it's like whatever masculines out there know that that's them, they can do it. They can swallow their pride and they can acknowledge and take responsibility and say sorry. We all have to do it at some point, and it's scary, but they'll do it. And not by being forced, I might add, because that would be the toxic feminine energies that make people do things and they don't mean it, which I channeled about in the last reading, like when people force people to get married and all that. I mean, it's just, I couldn't think anything worse. Like I'd never want to marry somebody, like knowing deep down in my heart that I've forced them to marry me. Fuck that shit. I'd rather just not get married. Get married when you know somebody truly loves you and they're choosing to wake up with you every day, not because they have to, but because they want to. In my opinion, that's when getting married is a good idea, right? Something I feel strongly about, actually. I can feel you missing me and I miss you so much too. Yeah, it's really intense. Scorpio love this. And we are, again, channeling, the fact that we're in the last days of Scorpio season. I could feel the love. Feeling the love. I know I was a distraction from your pain. So again, I feel in this case, it's like, like I always say, that's the card to me that it's about somebody knew that if they stayed hooking up with you, or if you got as far as being in a relationship, if you stayed in a relationship, like you just wouldn't achieve the things that you know what I'm seeing actually. They're flashing up that film. I haven't seen it for ages, but it's called, maybe I did see it at some point this year. Oh no, I didn't see the whole film. I was reminded of it, and so I watched a clip on YouTube, and I remember I was crying because I remember posting the community tab, but it's called The Rebound, and it's actually about an age gap, so that might be relevant to someone watching this. But anyway, long story short, just watch it for yourself. But there's a bit in that is so touching because they're so in love and they let each other go, but it's she's doing it because she knows that he's a bit younger and he needs to experience more of life, and he goes traveling and everything. It's sad though because he already knows he does want to be with her. So a wee bit like that. So change the sexes where it's relevant in that. I just basically feel it's like, look, this feminine's like, look, I really miss you and I can feel you missing me. And the masculine's like missed the feminine the whole time in this connection, and they've been very telepathic, but it's like the masculine knew on a soul level that they weren't going to treat the feminine right, is what I'm feeling. Which really goes for all twin flames. Yeah, and I knew exactly what I was doing. See how that fits? It's really fucked up, isn't it? But it's fucked up to people. Look, couldn't let you get close to me, even though you mean the most to me. 'Cause every time I open up, it hurts. I don't even like that song, and I don't even like that guy anymore. Do you know, that is the weirdest transformation I've ever seen in my life. I used to love Sam Smith. I even went to his concert once, And all of the songs from the older songs are beautiful. And then it's like he sold his soul to the devil. And I don't know what in the fuck those recent songs are. Weird. But anyway, that, yeah, I think that song's going to specifically mean something to someone out there. Like I say, it's not really one that I like that much, but Coolness. I mean, I can't even fucking remember how it goes, but you know what I'm saying? It's somebody. It was difficult for them to let you go. That's what I'm feeling. We trigger each other, and that will ease up when we communicate effectively. Yeah, I feel that actually really does fit with what I've already channeled. Wherever the Scorpio is in your chart, it's going to be intense with anyone, but definitely with a twin flame. They're going to trigger your shadows. I wish you could see yourself as I see you. That always reminds me of Bruce Almighty when she's praying, she's crying and she's praying, and she's like, please God, please just take this pain away from me. And she's also like, you know, praying, like, you know, she's praying for him. And that's Bruce Almighty actually, is I've used this before, but that is a brilliant example of unawakened divine masculine when he's being quite selfish and he's not thinking of her. And then an awakened divine masculine, because it's Morgan Freeman's meant to be the voice of God. Well, he's meant to be God in it. You know what I mean? If you've seen, everyone's usually seen that. But that really gets across, right, the whole film, that once he wakens up to how he hasn't been thinking of her like she thinks of him, he just has this huge awakening to like, oh my God, please give me the person I love back, and I promise I'll treat them right. So yeah, I really do feel this masculine's in those feels. I can't wait to see you asleep peacefully beside me, or even snoring, lol. So again, this could have been an actual memory where the feminine has woke up in the morning and the masculine is just peacefully, because what I get a sense of that is it's like, yeah, well, hopefully we've all experienced that at some point, when it's like somebody that you care about or even love right beside you, and they're fast asleep snoring, and you just get, and people sleep like that beside me all the time, but it's like you just get a sense that they're at peace and they haven't had a good sleep like that for a long time. That's the kind of feeling I'm getting here. It's like, although you know what I mean, it could mean different things to different people, but that's the way that I feel this is coming through. It's like two people are just desperate to get to one another, but they've done the work to get to one another. Right. Like I said, I just feel I keep channeling for the twin flames that have been apart for a long, long time. And right, we're going to bring this to a close because we're nearly at an hour, but that's all right. So what do we need to know? Attraction. And it's the sun, yeah, and that's really cool. And the sun is right now in Scorpio. And like I keep saying, Scorpio is all about that. And never mind attraction, it's about obsession, it's about passion, it's desire, it's definitely attraction. Strong attraction. And whoever's resonating with this. And there's my favourite card. And I actually, by the way, can I just say, I didn't say that out loud, but I actually said that I was like, don't like make me read about my own situation, but there will be bits of it that will make sense to me, and for all I know make sense to him. But it's like, yeah, but this is the red string of fate that I just channeled about in the Libra reading, that it's like you're so connected by that red string of fate that it just doesn't matter who else is involved. You can't keep these people apart forever, even if it's been years and years and years or decades. But there's that's an interesting choice. But there is a choice that's being made right now for whoever that's going to resonate with. So I don't know what the fuck's going on here, but she's looking in a mirror and it looks like there's a guy in the window. So I think this is like, look, this is very Scorpio. I think this is a divine masculine keeping an eye on the divine feminine. They're always keeping an eye on you. Oh yeah, and oh my God, we've got the sun and the moon in the North Node. The sun and the moon is divine masculine, divine feminine. Forget the picture. It's like the wee picture, you know, it's the wee, there's the sun, and there's, wait a minute, and there's the moon, and that's Gemini, and the next full moon is in Gemini, the beaver moon. And I did feel a lot of twin flame unions coming about around the beaver moon. I've been channeling that for 4 or 5 years. So it must, do you know what? I'm not being funny. That I think the fact that I've been given that message that long, I bet you there's going to be like a huge wave. Like, I wonder if like there's going to be a huge influx of me witnessing people saying we're in union. But you see, That doesn't make sense to me because most people wouldn't really be announcing it. Oh, I don't know. I'll know though. There's something in that though. Divine feminine, divine masculine. Like I say, this masculine's always keeping an eye on their feminine, even if it's just in the energetic realms. But it could be literally or like online. So a wee mixture of all of it. It fucking would be if it's a Scorpio. There's absolutely no way that they don't know what's going on with you. Put it that way. Scorpio is the sign of that, right? Oh, your Mac will sleep soon unless plugged into a power outlet. So that's going to have meaning too. So perhaps somebody's twin woke up and went back to sleep, whatever that is going to mean. But I need to finish this because the laptop's going to go to sleep. But whenever that happens, it's meaningful. So perhaps a twin showed signs of being awake and they actually, you know what I feel this is? I saw somebody's title like that the other day and I didn't even watch it, but it's like the feeling is that a masculine tried to go back to a feminine before they were awake. So I just feel like the person was missing them so much that they've tried to connect with you in some way. But it's like, it just wasn't time. But I feel it's come from a good place. Or a confused place, both. When you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you shared with those you love. Yeah, and the feeling behind that is like to do something about it. Like life is short, although it's cheesy, but it's true. You know what I mean? Life is short, and you're going to regret it. Manifest the miracles. Your dream is soon to become reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. And I love the imagery of the tree there. Tree of life might be significant to someone. Transformation, and we wouldn't think of anything less on a Scorpio reading because that is transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. I think that's the one that I like at the back. Wait a minute, is there two that are quite similar there? Oh yeah, look, got one with wings and one with flames. Love it. This has been, you know what the pictures say to me, this has been grounded in the physical. It's a very fiery, passionate love. It's a very angelic, innocent love, and it's been grounded in the physical. It's everything. It's what I said at the start. It's like love and sex and magic. And I am fully seen. Oh my God, witness. Yeah, I'm fully seen by my beloved when this happens. Enjoy it. Like, comment, subscribe. And yeah, well, I'll see you on Sagittarius when I record it tomorrow, probably. See you later.